just wanted to document that we're in a area with this type of rock terrain, buried boulders, okay? And this is crazy. So watch this. So we're about to come to the Tartaria Bridge, which is the oldest bridge in South Carolina. And so this bridge looks European, looks so kind of out of place. It's insane. Let's see, coming up on it. It's the oldest bridge in South Carolina. So it really does not. And we're like in the middle of nowhere. Oh, there's actually some more buried ruins or something. All right, so let's see. I gotta go down to the bottom so you can see it from the front. It's like Gothic. This bridge. Greenville to Asheville. Okay. 1820? Yeah, right. Yeah, all right. So notice how this does not look as old as that. Right, pretty obvious. Okay, so hold on. Should I walk over this really quick? I'm gonna go down. Okay, so let's go down. Don't fall. Man, this is incredible. And just like, look at the nature around here. Middle of nowhere. So you have this huge bridge. There's no, like, I mean, Poinsett, but this is like 40 minutes away from Greenville, 30 minutes from Asheville. All right, here we go. Wow. Holy crap. Come down to the bottom. Wow, dude. Are you serious? This is not from 1820. Wow. Like, I feel like I'm in a fairy tale in South Carolina. Don't know if I want to jump that. All right, I'm gonna jump. Wish me luck. Oh, wow. Dude, this is crazy. I'm just like, there's nothing quite like this architecture here too. I mean, they have some, you know, similar type with the bricks and the boulders, but these type of arches, they don't do this in South Carolina. Some of these are quite big. But yeah, let's see. Okay. Let's take a look at some of these. Now that you've seen it from the bottom. So I don't know, what do you guys think? This looks like some old world ruins that are still here. Managed to survive. And you know, in this area, there's actually a lot of type of ruins like this, like over here. I mean, these aren't ruins, but these are a part of the environment. They're buried. Whether they're ancient trees or ancient structures, I don't know. But that is not natural. See? I mean, unless it's just an old fossil of some sort. But most likely ruins, if I had to take a guess. Of the old world. Like, look at that. You're telling me that's natural? I don't think so. Anyways. So, according to the history from the South Carolina Encyclopedia, quote, named for Joel Roberts Poinsett, president of the Board of Public Works between 1819 and 1821, the Poinsett Bridge over Little Gap Creek was built during the construction of the state highway from Columbia to Saluda Mountain in 1820. Still intact and in good repair in the early 21st century, the bridge may be the oldest in the state. It was one of 3 Gothic-style arched bridges and 44 smaller and simpler ones that spanned creeks and rivers along the ridge between the Tiger and Inori rivers. So isn't that interesting? So there are many more of these, but notice this one is still intact and in good repair, yet the top of the bridge had parts that really didn't give any impression of what it actually looked like. So let's just keep in mind that there are no old pictures of this structure whatsoever. I mean, let's just call it for what it looks like. It looks like part of a castle. And this whole brief history page and story is just not really enough to explain the origins behind this ruin. But let's continue with the mainstream story. Quote, in 1817, John Wilson, the state's civil and military engineer, proposed a toll road through the Saluda Gap in order to attract a great portion of the trade of East Tennessee to this state. Construction through Greenville District did not begin until the summer of 1820. It was completed in October. The bridge over Little Gap Creek extends 130 feet across the shallow stream. The Gothic arch at its center is 15 feet high and 7 feet wide. Poinsett, who had traveled widely and was trained as an engineer, is credited with its unusual Gothic design. Notice how they even admit how unusual it is. Now, if this guy was an engineer, then he really didn't construct this supposed bridge efficiently, because if it was for a tiny creek, then why use such massive boulders and such a sophisticated Gothic design for its construction? If you look at a cross-section of a river, it's going to rise in multiple stages during flooding, covering the entire structure. If it was a bridge to cross over water, then we would see more of a longer arch for situations like this. If it's for a river, then during flooding it would serve no purpose at all, as it has a very narrow passageway. I mean, to me, it looks like a doorway or a massive window, like this is just one level to an entire huge structure. How did it even get to its current state? Why is it abandoned? So I went down the stream a little bit and I was just looking at some of these boulders. And they're kind of like all over the place.
Right, so Poinsett Bridge, very interesting. Lots of those large rocks that we talked about back at the Paris Mountain video when we went there. It's really beautiful. It's really something. It seems like there's, some break-ins, some points. And some deep holes. We've got some pieces at the bottom missing, but other than that, it's very, very intact. This is just beautiful. Got this little stone right here. Nice, super nice. Okay. Something that I think is interesting is this mark right here. Definitely looks, I don't know, I man-made maybe. Very straight break. Maybe something heavy fell here at some point. Again, a lot of the angles, the right angles. Of course, these could be some of the bricks. But there's a lot of right angles on the stones nearby as well. So a lot of interesting stuff in this particular area.
All right, so we went down the trail a little bit. The bridge is somewhere around there, but we were kind of going deep into the woods and we saw this. And as I was pointing out, a lot of the, natural boulders and rocks look a little not natural. But if you come to around here, there's another. So these are all over the place. Let's see if I can get a better look. So yeah, this trail goes all the way back to that bridge back there. And there's still